Hello there folks, I'm on the island of Raasay today, heading to the north end, to the bothy. Going to stay for a few nights, got my fishing gear, going to try a spot of sea fishing, wee bit of exploration. You're looking out there with sky behind me over my shoulder there, so let's go and see what this expedition has in mind for us. Enjoying this spell of fine weather. I've been in the hills for the last 2 or 3 days. I was doing a bit of hiking and exploring across on Skye. The weather was horrendous. I was on Raasay yesterday and it was also a pretty wild day. So I've got a few hours of sunshine. I think I'm going to have a nice hike into the bothy, but there's a storm rolling in tonight, force 10 winds tonight, and pretty wild tomorrow as well. But there's little periods tomorrow where I might be able to get down to the coast and try my hand at the fishing, see if I can get a pollock for my dinner. So I'm on the east side of the island now, where I parked the van up at Arnish. I hiked up the west coast looking out over the Sound of Raasay to the Red Coolen, all the Ben Jerrigs. Jerrig means red in the Gaelic, but I've scrambled up and over, and I'm going to follow the east coastline for a wee while. It's a wee bit windier on this side. If it was a clearer day you would be looking to the hills of Knoydar behind, but they're soaked in cloud just now, you can't see very much. So let's follow down this coast for a wee while. Rest time. Time to take the weight off for a few minutes. I'm at the north end of the island now, I'm getting there. Still on the east side. We're looking across to the hills of Torridon there. You can see Ben Alligan and you can see Leotach, and just in the haze a wee bit, I can see it, the camera might not pick it up, you can see Benet, so the three biggies in Torridon. I've got less than an hour to the bothy now, we're getting there, so it looks like I'm going to get there in good weather. I'll just enjoy having the weight off my shoulders for a wee while. Oh, we're here. Time for some food, I think. Oh, lunchtime. Not your traditional bothy fare. Got asparagus and let me see, mushrooms fried up in a wee bit of olive oil. Very good. Oh, of course, a nice cup of coffee. And after lunch, if the weather holds, I'm going to dive out, see if I can catch a fish. Quite difficult getting down to the sea, climbing down through the cliffs here. I've got a wee sheltered bay, although it's a wee bit shallow. Anyway, I'm going to try a couple of casts and see how we get on, see if there's anything doing. For obvious reasons, I'm fishing fairly lightweight gear. There's a lot of stuff to haul in here, so there we go. Okay, we got something first cast, but it's not really going to serve me well for my dinner. quite small, so we'll have to pop it back. It's a wee collie. We'll put it back. It's off. Let's try another cast and see if there's anything bigger out there. It's a pollock that I'm wanting, that's what I'm after. And there's kelp here. So the pollock likes the kelp. Take a wee chance and cast across towards that kelp. I don't get snagged up. Ah, that's what I'm worried about. There's often fish in there, but it's very easy to get caught. Kelp. Stronger than my line, so it just snapped. Well, my instinct was right, there's fish in the kelp, but they're kind of small. I'm not sure that there's any eating. Can you see that? A lovely wee fish, but I'll let it go. Uh oh, wants to go. Okay, I'm going to give it a few more tries and then I might hike. Can you see me? I'm going to give it a few more goes and I'm going to hike round the bay a bit, but I'm going to switch the camera off to save some power. Okay, can you see me? I've hiked around the coast a wee bit. I was catching too many wee fish in the bay and then a seal swam in to keep me company, and you're not going to catch many fish when the seals are popping up. So I've got a bit wilder water here, and it's not quite as pleasant standing here, a bit windy, but I've got access to deeper water, so I'm going to clamber down this sea cliff to the edge and I'll try a few casts from here. But I'm going to turn the camera off and drop the tripod because I'm worried about it getting blown over. It's a bit blustery here. So wish me luck. I'll get back to you soon. Okay, I'm back from the fishing. I've got a cup of coffee on the go here. I'm not at all cold, but I'm going to put this fire on because if the storm is as ferocious as they say it is, the wind will be howling down the lum and it might be difficult to get the fire going. So there's no fancy bushcraft tonight. I'm just going to use some fire lighters and matches. See if I can get this fire going good before the storm comes. I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up or not, but the wind's beginning to howl outside already, so although the forecast was for the storm around 4 o'clock and it's 4 o'clock now, I think it is actually on its way. I think it's just a wee touch late. hear that. I don't know if you can. I'm going to burn these bits of wood. The leftover fence wood from a job that I was doing in my daughter's garden. Building a wee fence for her. Should be perfect for getting my coal. Get my coal when they go. Could have done with chopping them up a bit smaller. There we go. Fire's on. Sit here waiting on the storm coming. No fish dinner though. How sad is that? I shouldn't be sitting here. I should be out braving the elements. I should try the other coast. I should try the west coast of the island. It's only 500-600 metres away, but it's quite difficult climbing down the crags to get to the coastline. It's certainly more difficult doing that than it is sitting by the fire drinking coffee. So I might forgo my fish dinner and see what the weather's like tomorrow and see if I can get out and have another go. Gonna have an early night tonight. I was up early this morning. It's quite a long way into this bothy. It's a beautiful spot. There isn't a finer place to be. So I'm going to chill out for an hour and then I'll get my pasta on the go. That'll be pasta without fish. Okay, I'm getting my pasta ready. Some nice tomato sauce. Anybody watch Martin's Cabin? I think his YouTube channel is called The North Woodsman 1, which is a bit of a mouthful. Anyway, he's a brilliant chap. Has a cabin in the woods in one of the northern states of North America. I can't remember exactly which one. And he's got his cabin well stocked and he does a bit of cooking. He's got a gas stove there that he cooks on. Chats away at the camera as he's cooking, cooks up some wonderful food. And he always cooks a wee bit extra in case he gets a visitor, which I think is really cool. I think sometimes the hunters know where the cabin is and pop in to see him. Quite often has cake. I don't know, I don't think he's baking the cake at the cabin. I think his wife gives him cake to take in with him, and he hikes in, especially in the winter time when it's super cold, deep snow. He hikes in on skis and sets himself up there for a week or so. It's rain on. This is not the cleanest pot in the world, but I've given it a rinse out a wee bit, and I'm going to try and catch some rainwater. See if I can get that filled up. Well, dinner's done. Just sitting here listening to the weather building and enjoying a bit of heat. Okay, so the storm is hit. It's kind of wild down here. I'm looking for shelter tonight. So, coming down with rain. But no snow yet. I think there might be a bit of snow later. taking the bothy.
Good morning, folks. Up and about. The storm has passed. It raged until about 6 o'clock this morning. There was really heavy rain, and I could hear my bucket filling up, my pot filling up with water from the roof. So plenty of water now. And I kept a wee pickle of coal and logs back for a fire this morning just to heat me up while I'm having my breakfast. Usual breakfast, instant porridge with a wee touch of honey poured in. I'll just do that now. Oh, the honey's cold. There we are. And I have some fruit in the morning. I have these pouches of peaches because it's a portion of fruit, but it's also a fruit drink as well, so it's just perfect, but a wee bit heavy to carry. And a nice cup of coffee. That'll set me up for the day. Not sure what I'm going to do today. I think, see what the weather's like. Planning probably on hiking a bit of the coastline, and I might take the fishing gear with me. Have another go at the fish, see if I can get into something big enough to eat.
It was a wee bit extreme. I haven't done much filming today. I went across to the east coast of the island after breakfast, and it was raging over there. I found some really lovely deep pools for fishing, and I spent a lot of time climbing down the cliffs, and I got myself into a good position, but the swell was about 2 meters. I was getting a bit worried about getting washed off the rocks, so I gave it up. I didn't catch anything on it. I came over here and I caught 7 just wee ones. Then I went back to the bothy and had a bit of lunch. So now I'm going to do an hour in this wild weather and see what I can get. Let's give it a go. On a fish, but I think it's just another wee one. Not having any luck. Oh, no, it's still on. No. There's plenty of fish around, but they're all just small. I don't know how well the camera is picking it up, but if you see the waves in the distance, that's the Island of Raasay over there. And it looks like the breakers are going up about 6 or 7 meters, maybe even more. Surprised to learn that I'm the only one sea fishing in Scotland today. I've got 2 rods with me. This is a quite a lightweight reel on it, but I've got heavy braided line and a heavy lure. There's a fair chance that I'm going to lose this. I'm going to have a go at it, but I think it'll go to the bottom and get caught in the rocks. Anyway, we'll see if a bigger lure might get a bigger fish. Well, it's been a great few days on Raasay. Weather's been a bit challenging, and the fishing's been a bit challenging as well. But I think I'm going to wind this video up now. I don't want it to get old, you know, more of the same. I think I'm going to spend a bit more time on the island, but probably just doing the same old thing. A bit of hiking, a bit of fishing, explore the coastline and stuff, but I think I'll pack the camera gear away and just chill out and relax. Listen to my old tunes.